Hello there everyone, this is Mark3 and welcome back to the Stompy Robot Simulator, which is, of course, MWO Online. For my usual round of weekend robot carnage. Yes indeed. Today's walk will be in one of my old favourites, my Catapult, or the boomstick, the CPLT-K2. But this time it has been refitted because of vague hints by a certain someone. Yes. You know who you are. This is entirely your bloomin' fault. Yes, indeed. You also cost me like 2.6 million. Oh well. Mech here we go. As usual, this is a Catapult carrying two really large ballistics, and we've taken this series of refits for this Catapult to its logical conclusion. It started out with dual AC20, then it went to UAC20, and now it's LBX40, so gigantic shotguns. Yes, all the damage. Oh dear. This is also why it cost me 2.6 million and I had to sell a bunch of stuff to get it. Because I didn't actually have the LBXs in stock. I flat out didn't have any at all. So I had to buy them. Oh well. Anyway, let's get through this. The primary weapons are of course the LBX AC20s, and they are supplied by a full 5.5 tons of ammo, so slightly lower on the ammo in this case. However, oddly enough for my builds in this particular mech, it actually carries backup weaponry. It's got a pair of ER medium lasers, giving it a bit more pinpoint ranged firepower, at the cost of a little bit of ammo capacity. If this is going to be okay or not, we are going to find out, quite frankly. It's built on an endosteel chassis with light ferro armor, and equipped with double heat sinks. Just goes straight in the engine though, which gives it a cooling rating of 1.38, so it's still pretty decent on the cooling. It's also got a rated 250 engine, giving it a 65.1 kph top speed. So fairly flexible, fairly maneuverable, get up close and blow holes in enemy mechs. That's kind of what it's meant to do, because the LBX is of course shorter range. However, I should probably note that well, I sometimes forget to mention this, but this mech has no armor on the arms, because don't care about the arms. If I lose those, hey, this mech is a smaller target, so it doesn't really matter. The torso is where the armor is, and there's some on the legs, but mostly it gives its weight to the weapon system. Also, just notice there's no heat penalty for the LBXs. Hang on. Let's go into weapon groups. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, I want to keep the ERs on 4, which means I should keep 3 as the LBXs, so I can fire both of them at once if I want to. But I still want to maintain that 1-2 shot punch style that was mentioned last time, because, you know, if I fire off one and miss, I like having the second one available to fire immediately and at least score a hit with one of them. It's slightly better if you're not quite as accurate, like I am, to keep them separated. But this way, at least, I've got both of those things set out, ready, for if I require them. I don't know. Let's just quickly get my C-bill boosting set up. Also my shield, since that's the one I like. There we go. Save. Right, okay. This Catapult is now battle ready. So, let us go into the battles and see how well this heavy mech wielding massive point-blank shotguns fares. See you in a few moments.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
This is command. Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
Okay, here we go. Welcome, ladies and gents, to Frozen City. The game mode is skirmish, so just shoot anything that moves if it doesn't have a friendly indicator on it. And shoot some things that do have friendly indicators on them. Are you going to move, Mr. Supernova? Yep, he's moving. Okay, good. For a moment there, I thought he was idle. It was like, hey, this puny inner sphere catapult has stopped and is looking at me. Let's look back at him.
Delta 6.
It looks like we're already engaging with sniper PPC shots. Oh, geez. Anyway, yeah, let's keep going. Honestly, it's kind of odd given that I'm on record that I like the heavy autocannons, that I have not actually picked up any LBX AC20s. I think it's odd anyway. I don't know, it's because I think it's because I had plenty of LBX 10s, and I've actually been getting used to the lighter autocannons like Rack 2s and stuff like that. So I just never got around to paying 1.2 million C-bills to get a single LBX 20. You know, they are pretty damn costly. Pardon my language. Pretty darn costly then. Let's put it that way. Let's keep moving. I want to stick with the heavier stuff because, you know, I'm a hunter, but I'm not that... I'm a bit squishy by myself, so moving with allied units is generally a better idea. Let's just keep following these guys. So yeah, that's where the bulk of the cost of this build came from, spending 2.4 million to get the actual cannons. I think they're probably one of the most expensive weapon systems in the game. Probably tied with a heavy gorse, I think. I'm not sure how much a heavy gorse costs, but I imagine it's not that cheap. Not at all. Oh, jeez.
Target acquired.
Oh, someone's bumping into me. Oh, it's that supernova. Oh, the supernova almost tore my arm off. Well, I think it got some payback for me looking at it. It was funny earlier, didn't it? Oh, jeez. What was that? Oh, missiles.
Target spotted.
Warning, incoming.
Oh,
missile.
someone's... Who the heck spotted? Oh, there must be a UAV up. Well, I can't do anything about that. I've already got torso mounted weaponry. Someone's behind me. Whoa. Yep, this is very much a public game. I was trying to back up and it's like, oh wait, there's someone behind me. I can't move. Because I really don't want to be just sitting out in front of everyone with my relatively thin armour. Yeah, like that, see.
Left arm critical damage. Right arm critical damage.
Torso, side torso on the back. I wasn't using that armour, not at all.
We're experiencing some losses. Don't get sloppy out there.
Okay, hello.
Target acquired.
Oh geez, incoming strike of some sort. I'm sorry, I'm trying to focus on just like positioning myself because I'm a little bit critical damage.
Destroyed.
Ow!
Right arm
The
destroyed.
heck was that? I also think that I just lost my rear armour to friendly fire. Looks like we're being pushed and killed, I think. Oh, jeez. Yep, they are 4 mechs ahead. This is going to be very tricky if we can manage to pull this
Target
off.
destroyed.
Right. Okay, so you're dead. Is there someone around here I can take pot shots at?
Target spotted.
Torso
Ow!
destroyed. Center torso critical.
Okay,
damage.
I didn't. Oh,
Medium
jeez.
laser
Yeah, this is a
destroyed.
complete roll.
LBX AC destroyed. Warning,
Ow!
incoming.
No, leave my center torso alone. Ow! Oh dear. Well, that went pretty well actually. Yeah, I think this is going to be a 3-match one. Oh, that's that odd war horn. Okay, roll on match number 2.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, here we go. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Polar Highlands. Yes, Polar Highlands. Terrible map for this mech, but, you know, what can you do? But the game mode is Assault, so, you know, base versus base, but it's going to turn into a big skirmish, most likely, to try and just murder each other. Because humans are incredibly violent beings. Yes, indeed. I'm probably going to be reliant on my ER meds more than my LBXs in this one, because, you know, LBXs are very short range. And that is despite the fact I've actually got the 2 skill tree upgrades. I forgot to mention this before now. The the 2 skill tree upgrades, which tighten the LBX spread by a combined 10%. Wow, amazing, isn't it? But we'll see how well they do. Also, I seem to be running out ahead of everyone else. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Oh well, there's no sign of any enemies yet, so I should be okay. Now watch me get hit in the face by an artillery shell.
Target acquired.
2 kilometers. Oof. Anyway, let's reflect a little bit on the previous battle. We got, well, our elements that went left into the other side of the ravine got murdered, and then the entire enemy force just came around and snowballed us. That's effectively what happened. But I think I was being overly cautious. It didn't help that I lost most of my armor to that friendly supernova walking into me. That was interesting. Hello. H9. Okie dokie. That didn't help at all, really. So I was like, it's like, ooh, I'm damaged. I need to be more careful right from the start. But there's also the problem that I was thinking, I've only got these 2 big, slow-firing LBXs, and it's like,
Target spotted.
what if I miss? Remember my Mauler with the quad LB10s? I was okay chain firing those at range, because it's like, hey, I know for a fact that I've got plenty of these things and they recycle quickly, so I can try to pepper the opponent and just try to do some damage. But unfortunately, these are 20s, not 10s. By the very nature, 20s having me thinking, no, I want to get a bit closer. I want to try and make sure that I get a shot off and have a decent chance of hitting. So what if the pellet spread means that I can just pelt someone at distance? I've only got 49 shells in this thing. Whereas with the Mauler and the quad LBXs, it's like I had way more than that. So it's like, I've got less ammo, they're slower firing. If I miss, I can't take another shot for longer. And ultimately, that's just like, it's a very different mental effect, you know? Oh, I think I missed that. Jeez. So, I don't know, really. Ow, and someone just tried to lock my arm off. How nice of them.
New target acquired.
Well, at least I've got something to shoot
Target
at, you know?
destroyed.
Nice, beefy target. Oh, hello. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I was mostly firing at range there, but I've still wasted more shots than I would have if I was using conventional doctrine, like being careful with where I'm shooting kind of thing.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Target acquired.
Oh, jeez. Well, at least this time we're doing the rolling. So, you know, there's that, I suppose. Oop, someone spotted me. Yeah.
New target acquired.
But yeah, I'm still very squishy, and I'm thinking take off the ER meds just to get more ammo, because it's always been more of a specialised build, this one.
Warning incoming
Oh
missile.
jeez, that's perfect.
Right
Turn.
arm critical damage.
Ow.
Warning incoming
Ow.
missile.
Ow. Leave me alone! Pretty please. Yeah, I think I'm going to take off the ER meds for game 3 and just like put more ammo on because I'm already down to 35 out of 49, so it's not exactly ideal. Also, whoa!
Warning, incoming
I do believe this
missile.
guy shot me in the back, and then the enemies tried to pepper me with shots afterwards. But yeah, we are getting bogged down way too much.
Target spotted.
Yeah, we can't stay in this ditch. We're going to lose if we do this. We need to be a bit more aggressive in this. Problem is they've got cover advantage now, and we've got low ground disadvantage, so it's not great. I'm just going to move up through here. Okay, the Shadowcat knows he's got a catapult back, watching his back. Oh no, he's actually backing off. Okay.
Enemy base is being captured.
Oh good. Someone actually went to capture the base. Good. Problem is we're down some hardware. We've actually lost 2 of our heaviest mechs. Then again, they are down 2 of their heaviest units as well. So
Enemy base is being captured. Right
Bring in
arm
the salt
destroyed.
up to our base, man.
there goes that arm. You know, ow! Someone's chasing me. That was machine gun impact.
Enemy base is being captured.
Yep, there's more incoming.
Left arm critical damage. Warning, incoming missile. Target destroyed.
Yeah, lights can't withstand that. Oh jeez, I can't withstand all this though.
Destroyed.
Ow!
Right torso critical damage. Left torso critical damage. Left torso destroyed.
Ow.
Right torso destroyed.
And I'm a stick. Ow. Yeah, I'm those. I think those meds. Those meds would probably be. I think. I don't think I want to keep the meds. I want to just again focus on the cannon. I want an extra 14 shells. Doesn't sound like much. 14 shots. That's what, 7 more salvos. But it'd probably move a bit of the anxiety I'm feeling about wasting shots. You know. Still managed to pump out a fair bit there. Anyway, roll on match number 3. Here we go.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource point. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
Okay, here we go. Match number 3. Grim Plexus.
I still go hunting for resources with the assault. It's
think-
just not working.
I think Conquest? Or was it Domination? Oh, darn it, I've forgotten again. Anyway, let's quickly reconfigure this. As you can see, my weapon list is now half the size because I've taken out the ER meds. Just like I said I was thinking of doing in the previous fight. However, I now have 67 shots instead of 49. So, you know, more shells, more chance to just shoot stuff, which is basically the point, isn't it? Incidentally, we actually won that last match despite how many casualties we were taking because the enemy wasn't able to get through to their base to stop us capturing it. So, hooray for victory! Oh, there's enemies over there. Might want to take cover actually because if I'm out in the open, I'm going to get
Kappa is
sniped.
under enemy control.
Wonder one. Okay, let us switch to thoughts on the build. I think there's definitely a solid variation on my existing approaches, which was
Data is controlled by the enemy.
AC20, which is better for just solid smacking around heavily armored targets, and the UAC20, which is better for engaging multiple targets at once thanks to its greater rate of fire characteristics. though not as good on pure pinpoint because of the fact it shoots in bursts of projectiles rather than all in one massive shell. So they both have their place. This guy, well, this guy takes the third option, of course, with the AC20 caliber weaponry, and I believe it's a good shredder, and it's also good for weakening armor in general at greater ranges because of its spread.
Enemy forces have
But I've not really had a chance to test it that much. Let's put it that way. Though that said, when I was able to actually unload more shells in the previous match, I was doing a lot more damage. So it's better still against bigger targets. It's still technically a heavy mech hunter. Though it's especially good once the enemy armor starts to buckle. That's when it really shines. Guys, we are spreading out a bit too much, don't you think?
Target
Copy
acquired.
that.
Yeah,
Stick
we're
with the assaults.
spreading out all over the place. We've also lost someone over this left side. So yeah, I just put out that call because we were spreading out. Oh, all enemies are over here in G5. Yep. Oh jeez. Whoa! Confirmed. G5. Ouch.
target spotted.
Ugh. I'm going to this. I'm going to die. Oh jeez. I need cover now.
Left arm destroyed.
Ow.
Right arm critical damage.
Ow. What the hell's hitting me in the back? Ow. Ow. Well, that went well. Get down. Down. Ugh.
Missile. Left leg critical
We've already
damage.
gained a quarter of the resources. Keep it up.
Ow.
Warning,
Ow.
incoming
Something's.
missile.
Yeah, someone's trying to kill me.
Right
Ow.
leg critical damage. Left torso critical
Ow.
damage. LBX AC destroyed.
The enemy is at 25%.
LBX destroyed.
Well, that was. That was so scary. Jeez. I'm sorry.
Target spotted.
You know, I am so badly damaged right now. How the hell did I survive that? Well. Oh, jeez. Oh, hello. Yeah, I am insanely crippled at the moment.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Thank God he's down. I need to stay the hell away from any kind of sniper fire. Any kind of sniper fire is just going to murder me flat out. Oh, jeez, incoming. Speak of. Ow. Leg. Ow. 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 Oh, jeez. Excuse me. Sorry. Kind of lost it there a little bit. Look at my damage grid. One barely intact leg in my cockpit. Everything else is completely destroyed.
Halfway to victory.
Wow.
To keep holding on to our resource
Oh.
points.
Let that be a lesson to you guys on the tankiness of a catapult. It can actually take a surprising beating sometimes. But still, that was just too much, flat out. Oh, jeez. Also, note that I laughed harder dying there than I did during the general fighting. Sorry. Oh, that was fun. I had fun getting torn to shreds by the entire enemy team. Ooh. Oh dear. Anyway, final thoughts on the build. I think having some small lasers might be useful.
Left torso critical damage.
Yeah, I think just having some small lasers might be a good idea for this as a backup weapon. Still swap out a ton of ammo for some small lasers. Give something else to use when the cannons are on cooldown. It does need that. It needs something to use when the cannons are on cooldown.
Hostiles have collected 50% of their resources.
And especially without the, since it lacks the pinpoint damage of the other AC variants. So yeah. Take out a ton of ammo, put in some small lasers. to give it at least something to fall back on. That panther ran up into my face, and I managed to kill it with it by tearing out a side torso, because I could turn fast enough to keep up with it, barely. But yeah, the lack of pinpoint damage is an issue when the enemy's armor is intact.
New target acquired.
Unless you're really close,
Almost
you
there.
are going to
One
struggle
final push.
punching holes in enemy armor.
Red torso destroyed.
That's just the
Red
nature of the build.
arm destroyed.
And the LBX20s.
SRM
Overall, I
destroyed.
think I prefer the Ultras.
SRM ammo destroyed.
I prefer the Ultras,
Right torso
which would
critical
have let me
damage.
dispatch the that Panther more rapidly,
Laser destroyed.
and offers more pinpoint damage. Or even, I think the regular AC20 would be generally a bit more flexible, provided you can aim properly, because of its
Beta is
pinpoint damage.
controlled by the enemy.
These LBX20s by themselves, I think it sacrifices too much to get the LBX shotgun pattern. Maybe a half and half build. Pair the LBX20 with a UAC20 or something would be a little bit better, a bit more flexible, but dual LBX20? I think it's the weakest of the AC40 Catapult variants. But yeah, it was definitely interesting to look at. Let's put it that way. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show and my deaths, plural. And I'll catch you all some other time. See you all later.